Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. This video I'm gonna try to fix these yellowish, foggyish headlights. The other one doesn't look as bad. Maybe the car was exposed lopsided, got more sun on one side than the other, or the other one has been changed. I haven't seen any indications on that, so I just assume it hasn't been and it's original. I'm going to use this Sylvania kit. I think I watched Project Farm and it came out good. It's pretty good comparisons. And I've never done anything like that before because I garage my cars usually. Even this one, which is usually not in a garage, I got a car cover, so when it's out there all week and not being moved, it is still covered. So far works fine. I can link that in the description. Just got it off of Amazon, but fits pretty good for the E53, so that worked well. I'm gonna try another one for the F10 sometime soon, once I start moving this thing more often. But let's get to the kit. I'm gonna explain you first how to use it, what instructions say, and then I'm just gonna time-lapse through it so you can see the before, the after, and after a year of time I'm gonna give an update on that. I don't forget about it. I will not do it again on these lights, for sure not. If I have to do it again in the future, I'll just replace the glass and take out these lenses here, these diffuser lenses. I'm not a fan of these, so if I have to open anyway for the glass, might as well do that. Yeah, my workbench is a little messy right now. I removed the lower trim pieces down here, so I don't have to tape them. It's easier. Just be careful to not break it. The left one, driver side here, already wasn't holding very well for some reason. And of course, because one of the noses was broken, I just glued that and let's see if it turns out any better than this. If you have the same E53 or E46, you just take it out here. You have one clip here and another one here, and then you just like angle it out here. That's all. Nothing complicated to it. The one clip, second clip, and this is where it goes into the angle wedge, like a little cutout here. Back to the product. I took it all out. Just go over the instructions quickly. You can pause here if you want to read it. I'm gonna walk you through briefly, but this is gonna be more detailed than what I'm gonna tell you. So there's that. Comes with a white cloth. The blue cloth is gonna be the applicator for the UV coat. We need it all the way at the end. Make sure it stays clean. And also the fantastic dye cloth part of it. This white cloth goes with the compound. It's part of the grinding. So first you're gonna spray the surface activator. You're gonna net the entire headlight and let it sit for about 30 seconds. Then you rinse it off with some water, gardening water. Next step, you take the 400 grit paper. This right here, 400. And you're gonna sand with medium pressure until the entire headlight has a white haze. The surface activator is meant to soften the old UV protection coat and break it apart. The 400 grit is take it off whatever's still on there and creates a even surface to start with. And then, because you create scratches, you take the 1000 grit. This is all, by the way, wet sanded, right? That's why the water is here. You spray on the headlight and on the paper and you wet sand, and you reapply water pretty much constantly almost to make sure there's no dry contact. After the 400, you take the 1000. Same thing, medium pressure for the 1000, and this is meant to remove the scratches that the 400 created. Again, wet, use lots of water. About 5 minutes on the 1000 and another 5 minutes on the 2000. For the 2000, you use firm pressure. Again, meant to remove the scratches left behind from the 1000. And again with water. And after that comes the clarifying compound, which first you rinse the headlight, you wipe it dry, then you apply about a quarter. You can take the lid from the clear coat blocker as a reference. Take about that much, put it on the white cloth. That's an even finer compound, like a sanding paste if you want to. So it's about 3,500 probably grit added on the cloth, and then you polish basically the entire headlight. Once done, you rinse it all off. Dry it, let it sit, and at the end you apply the clear coat and you just wet the edge of here about a finger size, soak it all the way through, and you take some even strokes across the entire headlight, one after the other. Don't miss anything, it will clear your light immediately, and it takes about 6 hours to dry completely, about an hour or so it says to be dried to the touch, 30 minutes to an hour. And that is pretty much it. That is all we're gonna do. I'm gonna put you on a stand and I'm gonna time lapse it again. Spray, then grind 400, 1000, 2000, polishing paste, dry, clean in between, and then at the end the new clear coat, and that should remove all these haziness. I'm trying to get you some angles to really show how bad it is. It's not that bad. I've seen way worse on the road. For example, the bottom is still pretty clear and fine. It's just the top where the sun hits the most. I'm gonna show you some angles, try to capture it. You can see up here there's some shadowing. It's yellow up here, see that? Especially right there. It's maybe a good angle to see that the bottom is still fine. Actually, it's also smooth, but the top is pretty rough. And the other headlight doesn't have any really like that. And of course it had the life. It's been worn a little bit. Only thing I notice is here, some on the edge, and you have some down here, again on the edge. Not sure where that comes from. But I'm gonna remove all of that, and then nice and fine again. Is crystal clear again. You can even see my reflection. Hello. And we have no more haze in there. No more yellowing, scratches, all came out. It literally looks like brand new. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna let it dry. I'm just curious to see how long it's gonna last. Also to the other one on the passenger side, I showed you had barely anything just on the side. I skipped the 400 grit sandpaper. I went from the activation to the 1000, then 2000, then the polishing paste, then activating again, rinsing thoroughly, and then you apply the new UV coat. And because that wasn't enough. Like, why would I put so many scratches into it if there's not that much material to take off in the first place? And it was up here. It's gone too. That looks nice. I like the result so far. And for the price, I'm gonna put the link in the description. I think I got it off of Amazon. It's pretty neat. There's one more thing to say. But this one seems really fine so far. The other one had some runners on there. The clear coat started to run here. So I did a stupid thing just to tap it. And then I reapplied the coat. So worst case that happens is it has some lines in there. Then I would just use the activator and maybe carefully take it down again and reapply another new coat. But it expressively says to be generous with it. That's what I did. And then you have runner on there, even though it's just tapped. You can see it here again. You can't really. There you can see it. You have this in here. So that's one downside. So don't overdo it. Don't listen to the instruction, right? Like, don't put too much on your towel when you apply the coat. It's gonna run. Removing the old coat wasn't as easy as to just use the activator again, the surface cleaner. I had to actually use Goo Gone to get it off again while it was still drying. I wouldn't want to wait until it's dry because then I have to like sand it down again, go through all these steps, which I didn't really want to. So I just used Goo Gone, tried to take it down. Then I went out of the activator, so I just used some isopropyl alcohol to clean it again, and then of course water. And now I just applied the new coat again. Let's see how it dries. So far it looks good. But yeah, don't add too much. It'll start to run. It's just like a paint, and then you're stuck with runners in your headlight, which who wants that? Other side seems fine. Haven't noticed anything negative yet, so I'm gonna call it quits. Don't repeat my mistakes. That's also why I kind of go into that again, so you don't make the same mistakes. So let's take a look now that it dried. On the first look, it looks fine. Let's see if I can show you the small details. Like up there, you see. Apparently there was no new coat applied. Same here. You see this one here? That doesn't wash off. That is the difference between coat applied and coat not applied. That's one thing. And another thing is, since you have to take off since they tell you to take off the tape afterwards, because once that's wet, it would then interfere with the new coat. That also means you have coat on your paint now. And I don't really like that. Like, nice, okay, the headlights look good, but now paint looks like, ugh. I gotta polish that off. Next time, if I were to do it again, I would definitely let it dry, and before applying the coat, put tape all around it again, just to protect the paint. Other than that, also up here, see a little bit, no coat applied. It looks fine. My messed up example here has some scratches in the coat, some horizontal scratches. It's not easy to pick up on camera, it's transparent glass. I can see it in person. There they are a little bit in the glass, just hovering. But for a 20-year-old car, that's perfectly fine with me. It looks good as it is, and I gotta polish the car anyway. I see the lens looks on. It takes some time, but if it's really bad headlights, like mine were not that bad, this one was bad-ish, but I've seen way worse. If you get one of those, it absolutely makes sense. It's totally worth it in that case. Other kits may do just as good. I just never tried. There you have that. One more problem addressed, and just a couple more to fix now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.